What's up YouTube? Welcome back to my channel and welcome to my home studio. As a film composer, music producer, I use keyboards, Midi controllers, and synthesizers every single day at a professional capacity and just having fun capacity. So today, I'm guiding you guys through on how to pick the perfect Midi controller for your home studio and what you should look out for while picking one. I just realized how tall I look using this Osmos. Well, I'm 6'5", I'm pretty tall, but it's like just the dimensions on how it looks is cool. Let me stop freaking out about my camera. So yeah, I basically use MIDI controllers every single day. Scoring, producing, I'm using it, for example, with Bad Escorts created by D.A.W starring King Batch and D.A.W, Alpha Cat, a lot of people, Clarity, a lot of dope people in there, directed by Wes Good. I scored the first complete season 1 of that, and I use whatever you guys see right here. I use just this. I use my East-West scoring stuff or scoring VST and these controllers here, and I got the job done. Even the T-Mobile commercial that I did for Coachella, the director, same director, Wes Good, last year, I used this setup here, my setup here. You know, too fancy, not a huge commercial facility with $1 million, $250,000 console. It was all done here. With that being said, I actually work in the recording industry and the film industry every single day, and I feel that it's only right for me to give you guys advice and recommendations in real time, aligned with my career and aligned with the things that I experience and work with every day. You guys also know that I never talk about gear or anything or give any advice unless I've used it before and I feel like it's beneficial to you guys in your workflow and on your creative journey. It's only fair.
But before we get started, if you guys are interested in anything that you've seen in my home studio, be sure to click below because I am an Amazon influencer and I have other gear on there that could possibly help you on your creative journey. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell and give me a thumbs up, y'all. I really do appreciate you guys.
It's always a great thing to utilize what you have in your home studio. You can get a lot of stuff done, especially if you invest just a little bit. You can get a lot of stuff done, guys. I kid you not. The MIDI controller. MIDI controller is very important when it comes to production, especially if you are a pianist or you're a person that wants to learn chords and you just, you want to feel your music. So you're going to need a MIDI controller. So guys, really quick, let me run over with you the MIDI controllers that I use in my home studio. So basically down below right here, the black one is my Motif FX6. This is the 40th anniversary, but it's a black one. It's not as special as the one up top, which is a white Motif XF6. And you guys may think, why so many motifs? I use one for my bass line and one for the chords when I'm doing real-time playing and I'm playing like directly into my DAW via my Apollos. And up top is my Akai Advanced 61. They discontinued this joint right here. Kind of upset about it. They're probably working on something special and something new, but I love it. It's everything I need. The parameters from Logic to FL Studio to Cubase, everything is automatically programmed into this board, this MIDI controller, whatever you want to call a keyboard MIDI controller. It just works just fine. And the drum pads feel so great. So this is my go-to drum pad controller, and also some of the parameters and features they have on board the Akai Advanced MIDI controller. Now that we have that out the way, guys, let's get to the nitty-gritty. The first thing you should look for when picking out a MIDI controller is how many keys you're going to need. If you want to use 61 keys, you're going to be doing long riffs. In most cases, 61 keys is not necessary. And when you get down to 49 keys, you still got a little throw there. But once you go to 25, most of the time, the keys are smaller because they're trying to compact a lot of features in that one small area. So sometimes the keys give, for example, with the MPK. When you look at the MPK, they packed a lot of features into this small area. Not too much space to work with, but they did a fantastic job with actually actually putting as much features on the actual controller that allowed them to. So once again, when you get down to smaller keys, you're going to most likely lose that full keyboard piano feel. If playing on real keys is your thing, then 25 key probably wouldn't suffice unless you get like a more high-end 25 key. And once you figure out what kind of keys you need, now you have to figure out what's your budget. What's your budget? Stay within your budget, because you don't want to go over, because you may need some sort of cables, you may need a stand, a keyboard stand, and if you have 25 key, I doubt it. 25 key MIDI controllers are basically desktop. That's what I like to call them, desktop, and in some cases you can get a small stand for it, but it's not really worth it. Once you get the price out the way, you want to start moving to the next thing to look out for when picking a MIDI controller. And the next thing is what features do you want on the MIDI controller? Me personally, I wanted to feel at least like a synth, a little semi-weight. I wanted to feel a certain way, and I want drum pads on a controller, at least one controller, like my Akai Advance, which is really awesome. It's been holding on, amazing controller. It does what I needed to do. Although my motifs are my main playing keyboards and MIDI controllers for my scoring stuff. And I know a lot of people want that parameter control with the knobs. I use the knob parameters sometimes to control within my DAW, but for the most part, I'm an engineer, so I like to use the traditional plugins and EQs and dynamics and your compressors and all of that stuff. I like to use that. I like to kind of have the bearskin and arrowhead approach to it, because I'm an engineer, so I don't really like to mess with my instruments until I finish the entire production, and then I get to mixing and doing all the cool little effects and dynamic processing and reverbs and all of that with just standard plugins. Not really standard, but like your waves and your SSLs and your waves EQ, all of that jazz. So I handle all of that after that. The parameter control on the keyboard may be your thing. You may want some extra knobs. You may want some faders on it, so you can kind of give it like a fade in or like a crescendo or something like that. You probably want to use that. You probably want to have those features as well. I use my wheels and I have it mapped when I'm scoring to kind of just fade in and bring up that legato style, that scored like legato feel. I have my wheels on my keyboard map for that, and it's just perfect. And guys, don't forget, like I said, you want to leave a little bit in your budget for a keyboard stand. I have several Z stands and two-tiered cool stands for my stuff, because I'm playing bass sometimes and chords on a different keyboard, just so it's my workflow and it works out for me. So I need pretty advanced stands. If you're not going to be doing that type of stuff, you don't need that. You could be cool with just one keyboard stand, especially you have a 49 key and a 61 key. But fortunate for us, everything nowadays is becoming more desktop. When I say more desktop based, I'm talking about like your audio interface, your MIDI controller. Everything is pretty much on your desk. So if you can get a keyboard that can fit on your desk and you can look at your screen and work at the same time, please do that. The workflow is seamless. It's very streamlined. It's always a great idea to have the MIDI controller on your desk as well, especially if you have like a fast-paced workflow and you're not like me trying to mic up drums and do all this extra stuff. I love it though. I love it. I created this channel to give you guys honest advice and recommendations. And once again, guys, thank you guys for getting me to 50,000 subscribers. You guys are absolutely phenomenal. I will never forget you guys for that. And don't forget, guys, at 100,000 subscribers, listen to me now, I'm going to be doing a giveaway, and one of you guys is going to end up with a recording studio with some equipment I have here, because I'm not going to give you guys something that I don't use, because I know this stuff will benefit you guys. I know it will. And I'm really passionate about helping you guys and making sure that I'm paying it forward and doing as much as I can to help you guys on your creative journey. You guys are absolutely awesome. Thank you for tuning in to another one of my videos. I hope you guys get out there and find the perfect MIDI controller for your home studio setup. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you won't miss another video. And also don't forget to follow me on Twitter at Archie Beatz and Instagram at Archie Beatz, both of them ending with a Z. You guys are absolutely phenomenal. Don't forget to be great and create. This is your boy Archie Beatz, and I'm signing off.
Archie Beat on the beat, yeah.